Brave by Nishioka to get in the way of Abusi. Still a throw in. This is going to be for the long reach of the not so tall Charles Dabao III. So the low center of gravity allowing him to fling the ball forward. But again, to nobody. They were outnumbered by Digger defenders in that instance.
Oh,
dangerous ball given away to the middle. Shot deflected. It's a goal for Dynamic Herb Cebu. Kaito Myland with a rocket right foot that deflected off a Manila Digger boot, finding the top left corner beyond the reach of Mike Asong. And pretty much against the flow of play, I would say, Kiki.
Oh, for sure. It's just a miss pass from Joof. And right into...
It deflected off Joof.
Again.
Mike Asong was going low right.
Yep.
But that deflection made the ball go high right instead.
That's the thing with us as goalkeepers. We cannot go down early because you never know if it's going to take a deflection like that. We always have to stay in a set position, in a neutral position, because we have to be ready for those kinds of balls.
So you're saying in that instance, you have to stay in a neutral position until the ball passes Joof?
Yeah, because you never know. I think, and Mike Asong has the capabilities to be able to get those high upper view shots.
So his anticipation was a disservice in that instance.
I would think so. I think he like you said, he thought he was gonna go low, and he went up high. Well, with the deflection, obviously.
And here's Myland again, taking on Jordan Jarvis on the left side. Set by Abu C4. Kainoa Bailey. Attack still on for Cebu. Papo Corsame. And it looks like Manila Digger is rattled, Kiki.
You can tell they're a little rattled. I mean, I would too if you gave a goal away like that. I would be livid.
Because also, Cebu barely made it to the Final Four this season. They came in fourth, just inching out Stallion for that fourth place in one of the last match days of the second round. And Manila Digger has been the dominant team, if not for the giant slaying Maharlika FC tripping up Manila Digger in the second round. They might have been champion.
Maybe.
And Kaya might have been second place.
We'll never know now.
That's a push. That's a push from Papu Corsame. A bit too early for Whiskey Tango from Papu.
But it looks like Eric Giganto is still down. As Joof is helping Eric Giganto to get up. Looks like just a bit of a tumble. Nothing too crazy. As Jordan Jarvis sends this ball into the middle, trying to find Osman Guy. Mane with the missed header. Dylan Wapatafe finding Ziggy Taninko.
Well read by Gabe Costa.
It's going to be a battle. Osman Guy has to be careful with his tackles.
That's on the ball by Kainoa Bailey. Charles Dabao clearing the ball high to the half, buying his team a few precious seconds to regroup. There's a Cebu player down in the box, but my money's on Digger not giving up this possession.
He got back up. But then he's back down. I think it looks like it's Silva.
Gabe Silva went down. If we could see why he went down, but as the team on the attack, I mean, fair play sometimes, but when you're chasing the deficit,
when you're
you're
one
not
down.
giving up that ball.
Exactly. See if we can see that replay with what happened to Silva.
No, that was the Kainoa Bailey tackle, and the sequence went on from here. Mane on the right, Gabe Silva.
No, it looks like it was just a deflection and it hit him kind of weirdly on his arm.
Okay,
maybe.
no, it was a ball to the lowest rib.
It definitely will knock the wind out of you for sure.
To the Adams rib. I thought with a six-pack like Gabe Silva, it'll take more to knock the wind out of him.
Hey, you never
Not
know.
that I can relate. At that, Kiki blows a raspberry into the mic.
It's okay. No, I didn't. It was away from the mic.
Kiki, libre mangarap. Mane surrounded by Cebu, finding Guy. Low ball, nobody there. Kai Amir will had it covered, but June Badalek calls for it. And Badalek today, deservedly so, with the captain's armband for the Gentle Giants.
I love that nickname, Gentle Giants. I love it. Because when you see them as a team, they're nowhere near gentle.
They're also not gigantic, except for maybe Dimiroglu and Rosquillo.
They got something, like Silva's pretty tall.
Okay.
And Demiro's also tall. And then, that's what
Abusi.
Abusi's okay. And I would also think like Togashi's pretty tall, a little taller as well.
So not only is Chiara Fontanilla an expert in football and goalkeeping, he's also an expert on all the Japanese players.
Oh my God, can we not?
in the Philippines Football League. But that's a story for off the mic.
Off the mic, please. We don't talk about the Japanese players here. Not on this live stream.
But Nishioka in the middle is actually listed as
Filipino, because he was born in Quezon and then went to Tokyo.
Okay.
And spent most of his life
and I was pretty surprised the other day when I looked back. There was somebody speaking in Filipino, and I saw Nishioka, very fluent Filipino.
I'm not gonna lie, it does throw me off sometimes because he will be speaking Tagalog to some of the local boys, and then 2 seconds later he'll be speaking to Hayato Kame in Japanese, and it like throws my head puts my head in a whirlwind sometimes. But it's so impressive. I'm like, wow, I wish I could do it. I mean, I do that with Spanish, but not with Japanese. Not with such complex languages.
No, and there are a number of multilingual players in the Philippines Football League. Case in point, thank you for the coffee, Christian Schaffner. Chris speaks English. He understands a bit of Filipino, can speak German, can speak Spanish.
I've had some interesting conversations with Christian Schaffner in Spanish. Yeah, Christian Schaffner, if you are listening, please, if anyone's listening about Christian Schaffner, please check out Coffee Dog.
And that is not a paid advertisement.
It's not a paid advertisement. It's just a friendly advertisement because
I've not even gotten a free jar of coffee this season. Shame on you, Chris Schaffner. As we see Papo Corsame there inside the box, looking for support. Kainoa Bailey playing it on for Papo Corsame, chasing down Ziggy Taninko. And I say this in the best way. I characterize Papo Corsame as one of those annoying dogs that chase you when you're on a bike.
So like a Chihuahua.
Bigger than that, and his bite, maybe more like a pit bull. I mean, Papo Corsame, for me, is the pit bull of Philippine football. He doesn't give up the chase. And when he's gotten a bite, he's not letting go.
Exactly. Because you said the annoying dog, so the first dog I thought of was a Chihuahua.
Well, that's a nod to your half Mexican heritage.
I've never actually had a Chihuahua, so I've only had big dogs. My family, we have big dogs everywhere, but now we're only left with one little dog, my little Cooper. I love her. I miss her so much. My old little lady.
And on that note, we're back to the action. Mike Asong playing between his two center backs. His wing backs. This Ziggy has gone central to where the 6 is. Mane shifted over to the right. Usman Guy. Beautiful control initially. Second touch wasn't so good. Papu Kursame with change of pace, breaking down the middle of the Manila Digger defense. Mylan to nobody. Eager sliding tackle by Bailey. There was a bit of rain earlier, so there's a little bit of moisture on that new pitch, which is maybe why players like Kainoa Bailey
No, I was like, different Bailey.
are very eager to take the ground. But I bet you on a hot day, nobody wants a slide tackle on a hot
Ooh.
3 p.m. game.
Like how I had to. Oh, yeah, it's not the best feeling when you have to slide on really hard
Artificial turf.
Oof. The turf burns we get are literally turf burn plus another burn.
So Kore able to take 5 touches down the middle. Cebu starting to control tempo here, contenting themselves with neutral passes.
And it looks like Dylan Wambatafe got moved to the left side as Amarul tries to find the cross in.
That was a beautiful interplay by Papu Kursame and Kaya Mirul to find each other and advance the ball to a point of attack. So you were saying Modu Mane has moved.
Dylan Wambatafe.
Dylan Wambatafe has moved.
He was on the right side, now he's on the left. It looks like he switched with Eric Giganto.
And that sports tribe ball is going to stay on the roof of our far stands, which looks to be about 70% filled.
Cebu keeping the majority of the possession here at Moa's Sky pitch. As Ziggy Tinico looks for the right side, tries to look for a teammate, but unfortunately they're all going away instead of showing for the ball. But it looks like the defensive line of Cebu is pushed up, but you can see that they move back and forth as a unit together.
That's going to be a foul on the Miroglu. Off Usman Guy.
If you can see my eyes right now, I'm squinting.
Well, Guy got sideways in the air. I don't know if the Miroglu had anything to do with that, but what that results in is a dead ball for Ziggy Taninko to deliver with his favored right foot. Ooh. Morumane with that volley. And these volleys, what is it about a volley kick where you're able to get more power to it?
For volleys, it's definitely a timing thing, and obviously your run-up is important, and the technique is also important. With this, it looked like it was a little overhit, but he connected very well.
But you could also see on that replay, he was leaning just a little bit backwards,
which caused the ball to go up. But you can tell that he's very skillful when it comes to volleys like that, and we'll see if he'll be able to capitalize. Oh, it looks like a missed flick header by Kevin in the middle.
And this is going to be a battle by between Konekore and Kevin in Beneng Mokata. Finds Higanto on the right, back to Kevin. Kevin with an abbreviated cross. This is dangerous. Just over the bar for Usman Guy.
And it looks like Eric Giganto is back down on the right side.
And that looked to have been off the ball as he started to make a run. Maybe caught a forearm off a Cebu player.
See if we can catch that replay.
So, we have some stats here. Shots on target, 1 each for both but it has been Cebu that's converted that shot on target. Diggers actually with more shots, 6 in total. No offsides yet. Pass completion rate 90% for Digger.
Passes completed. It was 90 passes completed.
Already, that's a whole lot in the few minutes that we've played. In 30 minutes, 90 completed Digger passes to 74 from Cebu.
As the attack is back on Cebu's side, as it finds Kainoa Bailey on the left flank, as Kainoa resets the play, finding Kore on the left, but it falls back to Ziggy Taninko as he's trying to find his teammates, but they're all on the left side rather on his right side, which causes him to lose the ball.
Beautifully timed sliding tackle from Modu Mane.
Everyone's slipping.
That's, speaking of slipping,
I've counted 4 slips in the last 2 minutes.
and that's a new stat category.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, slips. Ooh, Papu Kursame with a takedown. That's going to be a card. So,
As you hear the Manila Digger fans egging the card.
and that's going to be the second yellow. Late challenge by Papu Kursame. So that yellow card is a factor of both what is seen and how Papu Kursame is known by the referees.
As the ball is played back to Kenji Nishioka. Sorry, mid-yawn. As it gets crossed in, but straight into June Bedelic's gloves. Sticky gloves.
So in that instance, Usman Guy was more advanced than Kevin and Benimukata. Kevin not known for his headers. And it's actually remarkable or something worth noting that Kevin is playing a very central channel today.
Yeah.
Often we see him marauding down the flanks.
Quick reset by Digger as it finds Ziggy miss hit a little bit. Goes back to Micah Asong, finding Juf on the left side. As Kenji's looking to come in to that space for the ball. Beautifully controlled by Osman Guy.
And you know, Digger does this thing where their wing backs get up and then their center backs go wide.
Yes.
But if they're not able to execute a pass properly, that leaves their central channel dangerously exposed.
Yeah, unfortunately, then it creates that gap, which could be very dangerous. As you saw on the miss hit, on the miss pass, that there was that gap and no one was able to come in. Good give and go play, but it looks like it was miscommunicated between Kenji Nishioka and Eric Giganto.
It was ambitious from Nishioka. I mean, even if Giganto had started to run, he's not getting there.
Yeah.
The angle of that pass was just too vertical.
Too vertical, and the speed of the ball was a bit too heavy as well.
So Digger looking a bit rushed. I mean, Digger is a team that's used to being in front. So we have to see how they react to this situation where they are under duress, being a goal down.
I think they need to calm down a little bit. I feel like they're being a bit too ambitious when it comes to trying to get it forward, and I think they're just trying to get into the attack a bit too quick. I think they need to calm it down, look for the pass, and try not to go as long as much as they have.
Well, in many ways, this is uncharted territory for Manila Digger. They're used to being the aggressor. They're used to having a lead and building on that lead. catch up.
As Osman tries to find Dylan Wambatafe as it gets miscleared. Looks like Cebu's been trying to see if they could get a foul on Dylan Wambatafe because he crazed June Belele.
He did. Well, it is his right to go after a loose ball, but the ball wasn't loose anymore.
And it looks like off camera that Dylan DeBreiker is going to be subbed in, maybe for Eric Giganto on the right side.
Nishioka reading that small interplay by Cebu. Now reset again, as we said, to a wingback. Ziggy Taninko, Mane to Juf. Ebarles advanced up the left side. Kevin looks up. Holds for Usman Guy. Usman Guy lays it off for Mane. Imprecise pass. And that will be Ebarle coming from an offside position.
And it looks like the sub's going to be made with Dylan DeBreiker and, as I predicted, for Eric Giganto.
Chiara Fontanilla, the fortune teller, seeing that Eric Giganto has been struggling. Looks like he's limping with some discomfort to his left leg.
Looks like maybe his hip flexor.
And that's going to be it for the season for Eric Giganto. And Dylan DeBreiker, a late addition to the Manila Digger lineup this season, also coming off an injury himself. Hence the limited minutes.
I think he's coming back from an ACL injury, actually.
So another former men's national team member making his way to the Philippines Football League. Abu C fighting it out with Kenji Nishioka. Again, the weak pass, but Kevin Mbenimokata, beautiful touch direction, breaking the line of two defenders. One of the most impossible people to put off balance. That corner, that cross, cut out by June Badelik Jr., Mr. Golden Gloves.
Wow. Wow. Beautifully read in Badelic.
And our analyst panel, our statistician panel here with their jaws dropping at the skill shown by Kevin Mbenimokata, going one direction but chipping it another way.
Very agile, that unit.
That's called balance, boys and girls. Being able to go in one direction and then send the ball completely opposite. Low center of gravity. And you see those thighs built like tree trunks.
Those thighs are bigger than my head.
I haven't compared my head to his thighs.
I don't have to, I just know it.
Right, long cross, nobody there, but Ziggy's going to be in trouble here. Yes, Abu C. What is the call?
Looks like the ball either went out or
Offside. Offside was the call. But in letting that ball bounce, Ziggy put himself under some pressure, needing the referee, the linesman, to bail him out in that instance. So the left side of the stadium, the Digger side, uncharacteristically quiet.
I think they're missing one of their main fans. He's usually always here. It's Jordan Jarvis's partner. One of the loudest fans I have ever seen.
Going to be a foul on
Looks like
Kainoa Bailey on a driving Usman Guy. And where this ball is, that's going to be either a Nishioka or a Taninko delivery. Looking for a Guy head. Modumani playing at talking to the linesman, but really making himself available for a short pass,
Smart play, smart play.
which Myland marked.
As Kenji serves it in, trying to find... Cleared out by Cebu's backline perfectly.
The ball made its way to Dylan Wambatafen. That's dangerous. The turn and the shot by Usman Guy, but couldn't keep it down. Body over ball, as most football coaches would say. But crafty
What a turn and able to control.
Crafty connection from Modumane to Usman Guy. Took one touch to control, another touch to shoot. But warning, red flags coming up for Cebu. They've come under attack the past few minutes.
They're not. Digger's definitely knocking on the door. As Osman Guy finds Motomatic, as he also tries to find Kevin in the center. Beautifully defended by Dylan DeBoyker on the right side. As Dylan finds Dean Barley on the left side. Dean holding the ball to give it back to Dylan DeBreaker as he takes the space in front of him, trying to do a give and go pass. Beautifully
That's
defended.
blocked. That's going to be a corner for Manila Digger.
Service is going to be done by Ziggy Taninko in swinging ball.
Breezy here
I love it.
at the 6th level of the Mall of Asia. But Gabe Silva with a clearance. Bam! Overhead kick. We haven't seen who that was.
Jordan
but
Jarvis.
crafty. Oh,
Jordan Jarvis.
Jordan Jarvis with his attacking boots on. But June Badelik perfectly positioned,
Wow.
showing us why he is the Golden Gloves winner.
As it falls to Kevin, Kevin goes into the box, trying to look maybe ambitious for the shot rather than the cross.
So at this point, we would like to apologize for our master camera. When it pans a little too far left or too far right, it catches the supports of the scaffolding it's on. This Moa Sky pitch, as beautiful as it is not designed as a full competition pitch. This is more of a recreational pitch, so the purchase for cameras don't exist, and we have to make do with scaffolding to give our cameras a high vantage point.
As the ball's thrown to Kenji Nishioka, finds Jordan Jarvis, going across to Modu Juf. Be a little bit patient, trying to find the long ball once again. I think they need to keep it down a little bit, because it looks like once they keep going long, they keep getting mispossessed.
Well, the attacks of Manila Digger have been a little rushed.
Yes, I agree.
Considering that we're only in the first half, they're only one goal down, and rushing will not result in a goal. Watch the equipment, ladies and gentlemen. Good catch by our director today, Renzi Wino, catching the monitor in her lap.
Hey, as long as she caught it and it doesn't hit the floor. She's so focused on her job, she didn't even see the ball coming.
Yes, we need a production team member to stand in front of our control center.
Security. As we're about 1.5 minutes out from halftime, or right before we get extra time in. And as Dylan Wambatofe tries to hold possession, try to look for one of his teammates, but there's no movement coming from Manila Digger. A bit stagnant. As the ball is beautifully found by Dylan DeBurker.
I was going to say that Cebu was very compact there between their back line and their six.
Yes.
But that did leave a lot of space between where Gabe Costa was and the half line. And that was a space that Digger was looking to exploit.
Yes. That ball's also going to be staying.
Well, that ball never went inside the pitch. And comparing Manila Digger to Kaya FC, for example, being 1-0 down is a position we've seen Kaya in many times this season. But there's a great difference in the composure team when they're in this position.
Yes, I think the difference between Kaya and Digger when they're either team were both 1-0 down. Digger is a bit more ambitious, trying to go for the attack. Oh, sorry. A little mishandled on the right side. Good foot skills by Ziggy Taninko, trying to find the attack. Falling to Motomane. Ziggy still involved in the play.
Megging Charles Davao, but the drag.
Back to what I was saying.
It was good while it lasted.
It was good while it lasted. It got so exciting. So when it comes to the differences between Kaya FC Iloilo and Manila Digger with their composure, I feel like Kaya is a bit more calm, and they try to keep possession. They try to find each other on their feet, or just themselves in general. With Digger, you can tell that they're how I call pinballing it a little bit, where it's just da 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 and go rather than just kind of building up the play. Back line like Cebu. It doesn't.
I mean, that last attack was a case in point. Here, early cross to a lone Digger attacker, and yes, they were able to get foot to ball, but it was nowhere near on target, and there was no support coming. Good pass there, looking to find guy to Myland, but cut out by Juf. Now Dylan DeBroiker to Mane. Mane to the left. Still only 2-3 players to the 6 Cebu players in the box. That could have been dangerous if it was in frame.
Let's see if we can see if it was anywhere near. You see, like Kenji's opening up his body.
Just hit off the outside of the laces there. So, in that instance, a little bit more of a build-up from Manila Digger, resulting in a shot, and that's what they should be doing more of.
Yes. As the ball is found by Dylan Wambatofe on the left side, attacking the left flank. Oh, what a give and go between him and Modu Mane.
Beautiful tackle there.
Good defensive play. It looks like 2 players are down, one each from each Cebu and Digger.
That was Correcone. And Wambatafem.
Very good tackle in the box, safe, needed. As Kevin's taking on about 3 defenders by himself.
Ball out of Badilik's hand, but that's going to be a foul.
It looks like
The Cebu's not going to like that. Because they had Abu C, but that is the whistle, not for a foul, but for halftime on what has been an action-packed first half of the PFL postseason final between Manila Diggers FC and Dynamic Herb Cebu. We'll be back in a bit with the highlights of the first half and the second half kickoff. back to the Mall of Asia Sky Pitch. The second half is soon upon us, but the first half just finished. So Manila, Dynamic Herb Cebu taking a 1-0 lead over Manila Digger FC, and we saw a replay of the chance from Usman Guy and this beautifully cut out ball by June Badelik. But here is the chance, and the shot by Gaito Myland, which took a Juf deflection, and we see there off Juf's knee to be exact, sending Mike Asong low with the ball going high for a 1-0 lead, and 1 foot in the door of the plane that goes off to the AFF Shopee Cup.
We'll definitely see how Manila Digger will react to this 1-0 deficit. See if they'll keep going with the ambitious attacks, or will they, be a little bit calm on the ball.
Ambitious is one way to put it. Rushed is how I see it, Kiki.
I'm being nice.
When they rush, nothing good comes of it. When they take just 1-2 counts as they enter the attacking third, they're able to get off shots from more dangerous areas. Good sized crowd here late Sunday evening. It is 10:20 in the evening from Pasay City. Last football game of the weekend in the Philippines. It's going to be the last football game of the 2024-2025 Philippines Football League season. Standing over the ball is referee Clifford De Puyat, waiting for Cebu to get on the pitch, finish up their halftime warm-ups. Rewarming, getting thrown back, getting thrown into the microwave for 1 minute to reheat.
Exactly, quick reheat.
And it has been a very hot, intensive action first half. Lots of shots, lots of saves, but only 1 goal between 2 teams. Cebu, a very storied team with 7 years of existence. Manila Digger writing its story in just its second season in the Philippines Football League. And not a lot of offsides. This game just one for Digger. Completed passes, Digger with advantage there, 158 to 108 for Cebu. Shots on target, Digger with 2, maybe 3. Cebu just the 1 shot on target and the 1 goal to show for it, as the referee blows for resumption of play. Papu Corsame against Juf. Juf with the longer legs, getting in front of Papu Corsame. De Broiker back to Nishioka, back to Jordan Jarvis, and back to Juf. So back line unchanged for Manila Diggers. Ziggy on the right, Jordan and Juf in the middle, Dean on the left side. Good skill by Ziggy.
Acrobat. Must be good to be young. Must be good. Must be the acrobatic.
My memory of being young is...
What do you mean? You're only like 23 years old, right?
I wish. You have me mistaken for my son as the ball crossed. Oh! Off the inside of the post. Everybody lost that ball in the lights.
What a ball by Kendi to find Motomane as he tries to find the cross. Gets blocked by Silva.
Attack still on for Manila Diggers. Motomane, missed kick. And that's going to be Abu C looking to find Kainoa Bailey, battling Ziggy Taninko. Ziggy with a tackle to get it to Motomane. Mane taken out from behind by Gaito Myland, as he was cocking back his left leg for a shot. Gaito Myland gets in the way of it. So Ziggy winning that tackle. Mane pulled back. Myland But this is going to be in shooting territory. It's going to be interesting to see TP who's going to step up.
It looks like it's going to be Kenji Nishioka because this is well within his range. He has scored from this range before. So we'll see if he'll be able to catch June Badelic off his game. But it's going to be really difficult because as you've seen from the first half, June Badelic, like a cat-like reflexes, able to use his technique to secure the ball safely.
But this is in a very dangerous area. It's far enough from goal to get the ball up and down over the wall, but near enough to come in with some force and pace to it. Kenji Nishioka, despite his boyish looks, has a strong right foot under those shorts and long socks.
Barely any gaps, like one good suit.
So,
but look how tall this wall is.
Delic and the rest of the Cebu defense lost a high ball that hit the inside of Madelic post.
As Dylan DeBreaker resets back to Jordan Jarvis. I think they're trying to keep that possession, but it looks like there's a bit of a gap between the midfield and the attackers.
But you know, it's in that formation when it's being passed between Jordan and Juf, and Dean and Ziggy are way up high, that they're in most danger was levied upon the Cebu goal, but just wide there, Kevin and Benny Mokata.
Take down like 4 defenders. That's crazy.
It's like a battering ram. Going,
Yes.
just bumper cars with everybody, just bouncing off everybody, but you cannot get Kevin off his feet. Low center of gravity, wide shoulders, tree trunks as thighs is the formula that makes a unit.
Yes, unit. As Kenji holds onto the ball, finding Jordan Jarvis, going all the way across the back line as MotoG looks for an aerial ball towards Osman Guy, easily controlled. Finding Motomane in the middle as Osman Guy keeps possession, playing with Kevin on the right side. As Kevin's going through his defenders again, but has a loose touch, which falls to Ziggy Tanico.
Counter is going to be on for Cebu. Oh, ball too far for Kainoa Bailey. Because that is where the danger is, when Digger has gotten up and they're massing numbers just outside the Cebu defensive half. If they lose the ball there, 2 passes and they're beat.
And it looks like Ziggy had got beaten off the ball as Kenji Nishioka falls back to cover Ziggy, which is a good defensive play by Kenji.
Madali siya yun, kaso sinisipa agad si Badelic, chill lang eh. Oo. Dinadasalan muna yung bola.
Well, with the pace of play and how Diggers is playing, there are 2 things that can happen in this half. Digger can either tie, or they're going to be exposed on the counter by Cebu. As they commit numbers up, but that's going to be Demiroglu's all the way. Kevin bellying the ball down. Kainoa kicking it out for the Digger throw-in. Reset to Ziggy, quickly back to Kevin for the attack. And that's going to be a corner.
Out.
Nope. Ball coming off Kevin and Benemokata at the last moment. It's going to be a June Badelic goal kick. So very noisy in this Moa Sky pitch. Lots of fans in yellow, but a good number in red as well. Mirroring the colors of their teams on the pitch. battling it out for that ticket to the AFF Shopee Cup. This is Dennis Lucindo together with Chiara Fontanilla calling the game for this broadcast of Matchday Media of the Philippines Football League postseason. Mane. Low cross.
Wow.
It was off Cebu defender, but Badelic getting himself to the right place in time. Lots of quality here also on the Cebu bench. We see Maxon Dorado being sent to the warm-up area.
Amarillo though to keep his body in front of the ball, in front of Dylan Mapatape, causing him to foul him as well.
Abu with a flicked head on for Kainoa Bailey, but Kainoa was there but wasn't there at the moment. The ball got down, but Kevin winning the ball, but Charles Davao winning the position. Kainoa turning away from trouble. This is going to be Papu Korsame racing down the right side against Moto Juf, heading it in the direction he wants to go, which is tried to make Juf, but as in front of us, Cebu owner Urtashi tries to control the ball.
Ito yung coach.
So Papu Korsame's effort down the right-hand side rewarded by the ball being kept in possession in their attacking third.
Nabad trip na. Ano ba to? Napipeke ako eh. Napipeke ako. Itong ba to eh.
Meg of Dylan the Breaker by Kaya Manuel, drag back to Kainoa Bailey. Beautiful football, but it still ends up with Manila Digger. Usman Guy racing down the left side against two Cebu defenders. Gabe Costa with a slide tackle, quick throw in by Dylan the Breaker. Manila Digger attack still on. Dangerous challenge by Timiroglu. And Usman Guy should have done better there. Sorry, Modu Mane should have done better there for all the effort of Usman Guy on the left side. Frantic action. Should have been rewarded by a shot on target. But that last was anything but that. And Mane has been guilty of too many shots off target this game, I would say, Kiki.
Agreed. You know that he's been wanting, he wants to capitalize to give Digger that chance to win this game.
There's no way to say this in English. Masyado siyang gigil. Diba yung gigil niya, he's not able to set his body right for a shot on target.
I think with this cross, I think he should have let it go because Wamba Tafe was.
That's what Wamba Tafe is remonstrating about there on the far side of the 6-yard box. But he must have called for the leave.
Cebu's going to make a couple of subs with Rio Togashi coming in, as well as Jose Bezerra Dorado.
Rio Togashi, I often mistake as twin brother of Yamazaki.
Oh, stop it. They don't look anything alike.
One of my favorite Brazilian players in the Philippines Football League, Maxon Dorado. Too direct, too vertical. these sliding tackles by Kainoa Bailey is going to catch a foot.
Hopefully he doesn't.
And when it does, inevitably he will catch a card for it. He's been too eager to go to ground. Attack. Demiroglu patiently waiting for the ball. So who's your call, Kiki? Who's coming out for Dorado and Togashi?
I think maybe for Togashi, I would guess either Rostillo or Silva maybe, and then they'll probably move someone back or to the front. As this play is going on, as Kevin turns, trying to find an attack. So many players in the box.
But still very patient there from Kevin. I mean, a lesser
Good
player
on
would
him.
have, yes, a lesser player would have whacked the ball into the defenders. But he saw it wasn't on for him. And so they keep possession and hopefully a chance for another shot at goal.
So this is where I think they're thriving a bit better because they're keeping possession.
Yes, and they're throwing more numbers into attack. Juf now playing a false 6 from the central defense. Ball being cleared, but to a waiting Dini Barle. See there, Juf is now in the midfield. Ooh, but that's going to be a foul. Called on Rosquillo. Tackle at Usman Guy. A little bit of action by Juf. And of course, Korsame is there. This is going to play into Cebu's hands because
This is what I'm talking about when it comes to the emotions. Yes, you know you are down 1-0, but don't use that emotion toward the other team. Use it to fuel yourself as a team together to get what you need to get done.
use that emotion when the ball is in play.
Exactly.
Emotion in a dead ball
It does
when
nothing.
wasting time is just a waste of emotion and energy.
Exactly, and the fact that you're reacting to whatever your opponent is giving, you're letting them win.
Especially when you're down, you're chasing, you want to keep the ball in play. These dead ball situations, although time will be added, enough time is never added. So the substitutes by Cebu have been waiting here at the sideline for a long time, and chances are they're not going to go in when they are defending a free kick. Again, this is Togashi over the ball.
Emotions still running high. You can see the defenders of Cebu and the attackers of Manila Digger still going at it a little bit.
Juve should know better than to get into it at this point. It's been a good 5 minutes that they've been having these discussions.
And it looks like another yellow card was also given to Silva. So it looks like Yoto Mihlind is coming out for Jose. And
Well, that Myland is a wing player, and that's going to be Dorado's area.
yes, and then Kore is coming out for Rio
Togashi.
Togashi. Oh, that's a giant of a wall, quite literally.
That is Gogtu Demiroglu with the head to the Togashi free kick. Reset all the way to Mike Asong. De Bruyker calling for calm. Papu Korsame. No regard for his own safety. Charging the ball out. Dina Barley. Flick on. Cleared away by Rosquillo. So on that far side, that's Kevin in Benemocatan now towards the wing where it's more central, dispossessed, rare occasion. Abu C finding Magson on the left.
Papa's by himself on the backside.
But nobody there. Ball behind Papo Persame. Papo looks gassed. Usman Guy. Tackle by Rosquillo. Well timed. Well timed and with strength. Papo Persame now. He can get around Juve, but Juve says no. Whole lot of different beverages being imbibed by Kaya Mirul on the near side.
I think that's honey. I don't know what it is.
Saw 4 different things that he drank. Ball wide to Magson. This is where Magson wants to be, isolated against a single defender on his favorite left side. Send it back to Charles Dabao. Charles finding the head. Ooh, mistimed by Gabe Costa. Counter. Usman Guy finding Kevin in Benemocata. Still Kevin there on the right side. Cross. Usman Guy. Nothing there, says the referee, Clifford Daypuyat. Usman Guy took a tumble. But the referee said, well, you tumbled yourself. Where we see that cross, Kevin, Usman Guy. Rosquillo was coming across but pulled out at the last moment. Smart defending by the young Jaime Rosquillo. Kaj Abirul versus Good shielding.
Good shielding for sure. Strong.
Textbook shielding. Not allowing Kajamirul space to get around him. So the Cebu line a little lower now in the second half. Abu C.
5 minutes lang yun.
The line of challenge being at the half. Usman Guy begging for a handball, but that was just a deflection off the chest.
Let's see what the replay shows.
Whatever the replay shows, No.
That's arm is in a natural position.
The arm was tight to his torso.
Yep, natural position.
So nothing there. He did not extend it. He did not flail it.
Nope.
In fact, he had his wrist behind his back. But that ball not far from the Cebu goal.
Nifty play. I'm getting anxious.
So Manila Digger looking very dangerous in the 68th minute of play.
And it looks like Digger's gonna make their second sub of the game. Coming up in a little.
Nandito kung kanino yung tumayo. Yung
This
tumayo,
might be,
nakita
I think, for Kevin and Benamukata. I've hardly seen Kevin, the unit that he is, I've hardly seen him last 90 minutes.
Hey, even units, they lose gas. Like,
Dylan the breaker. Challenged. Mane to a driving Nishioka. Getting far up the pitch. Now, Kevin with a beautiful cross. But what strikes me there, Kiki, is the defense by Rosquillo. Just getting enough of a body to Usman Guy, shepherding him forward, leaving the pocket behind for his goalkeeper to catch the ball uncontested.
And that's a clean shield, too. Nothing that they could argue.
He did not extend arms, he did not put hands to back.
All body. Little stare down by Kainoa Bailey to Motoju. I love it.
There's going to be a throw in. Well, that's what Cebu wants. Cebu ball with a throw in. Degger was hoping for a foul. Not getting any sympathy from Clifford De Puya tonight. So Cebu getting a few more people up. Amirul with this throw. Papu.
What a play.
Crafty play, but nobody there. Nobody there. Nobody attacking that ball on Cebu's side. But Deep Costa. Togashi versus Mane. Mane wins that battle. But no, Togashi says, battle isn't over. Feeding Maxon Dorado. Sorry, Abu C on the left. Maxon in support. But still Abu to Papu. Papu, nobody wide. Dean kicks it out. Chance for Cebu to catch its breath and for us to catch our breath.
It even seems like the Cebu bench is getting a little anxious.
Cute ball over the top, but to nobody. Rosquillo. Dylan De Broeker looking to find Dylan. Oh, Rosquillo with another perfectly timed tackle. Lessons learned here. Lessons to be learned here for many aspiring center backs and how Rosquillo has been playing his position. And I'm not looking or referring to anyone in particular.
And it looks like Dylan Wabatafe was the one being taken out for Elias.
Well, between the two wingers, and I'm counting Kevin as the other winger now, Kevin has by far been the more effective one.
I don't know what just happened, but...
I don't know what Juf is arguing about in the first place because they do have the ball.
Exactly.
And And again, it's wasting precious seconds when you could be attacking. You're arguing.
Ay, 73 pala eh.
Again, every time these slow hard crosses get into that position from Manila Digger, it is danger.
Dangerous. When it comes to like the aerial crosses, I would say that Cebu is more
Focus
Like-
na ako, lumipat ako eh.
like dominant in the air when it comes to this crosses.
Well, those slow crosses and open play will be dangerous for Manila Digger, and will be more dangerous if they get enough people into that 6-yard box.
Wait lang eh. Uy, nakatayo sila kanina.
Well, Demirov would choose a safety first, unsure who got a last touch, so instead sending it out to the side for a throw-in.
Looks like Kenji's going to be the one doing
It's
this
going to be a
cross.
corner. Papo Gorsami, the last person to clear that ball out, only as far as Dean. Ziggy sending the ball in. Again, Rosquillo shielding his keeper, creating a pocket. Good communication there between the goalkeeper and the center back. Bailey looks like he's fading.
Just a little bit.
His run looks to be struggling.
Pero hapon naman sila nag-start ah.
Durability and stamina are the qualities in doubt for Kainoa Bailey, as Coach Ernie Nieras was pointing out in the semi-final leg of Cebu
Ayun pa yung
versus
nagbibigay liwanag, no?
It looks like
Quantagic.
Kevin is going down right in the center circle as the play goes on around him.
Cramps looking to afflict
Sila,
Kevin Mbenimukata.
As their PT Cyber sprints across the field.
One of the fastest running PTs in the league this season. From
Speedy.
Manila Digger.
Speedy. I think they might need to put Cyber on the field.
You know, I lose the name of this keeper of this PT right now.
Cyber.
Cyber, PT Cyber, very fast sprinting across. But the other PT this season who's quick to get to the player down, and not because she sprints fast, but she's very astute on the ball when it comes to players going down. She'll go down the sideline. Is PT Ana de Mihilio
PT Anna PAP.
of
What the
Watergate
Geek.
FC. Even before the referee calls for the PT to enter, she's already moving down the sideline. Yes.
She does that with our national team as well.
So shout out to PT Ana de Mihilio, one of the longest serving football PTs ever since the UFL days.
PT Anna, I love you. If you're listening. I literally saw her yesterday. So. She is one of the best PTs I've ever had in my career.
So Rentaro Hama coming to the fourth official with form in hand. So another sub for Cebu and not for Manila Digger. Let's see if somebody's going to be put in for Kevin Mbenimukata. Minutes gone in this game. Number 21, Rentaro Hama coming in for number 77, Abu C. What is this?
Sinusundo ko.
Ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Why are they going after Abu C?
Boxing na. Sinakal o. Uy, meron ako na sinakal.
What has gotten Dylan De Broeker so worked up? And Mike Asong all the way up.
Ay, ay, ay.
We do not know what happened in this instance.
Can we get a replay?
Where did this whole sequence start? Or maybe because Abu C was being subbed off and
Maybe taking his time?
being ushered off and he didn't like it.
Ano yung walang guard dyan? Ba't si Abu siya nga?
So we don't know, but my guess is
He's taking his time coming off.
he was taking his time coming off. He was all the way up the field. Move as far away as possible, as is his right. They are 10 minutes away for booking their ticket to the AFF Shopee Cup. So for the second straight year, Cebu FC might be representing the country again in a regional competition. Long throw from Charles Davao III, looking to find Manson Dorado. Togashi dispossessed.
Bato nyo na mga nay.
Hama clumsily clatters into Moro Juf. Here we see a replay. Hama not looking at the ball. And one would argue that is something to be given a card for. Bailey calling for.
And it looks like
Manila Digger.
both Ashleys are coming in. Ashley Flores and Daniel Ashley. It looks like they subbed out Jordan Jarvis for Daniel Ashley.
That's odd because we didn't see any injury from Jordan Jarvis. But Daniel Ashley, more of an attacking player, so this does say they're going to commit numbers forward. So Manila Digger fully committed to getting a result, putting an attacker in for a central defender, and the straight swap on the right wing. Ashley Flores for Kevin Mbenimokata, and not far on that attack, just off the corner of the goal frame. So almost paying dividends early into the substitution. This was a header early into the substitution. That ball might have been out already. So half of Cebu has traveled to Pasay City to support the General Giants. Manila Digger, of course, with their hordes with them at every match this season. Noah Bailey into the back of Ziggy Taninko. Quickly restarted, but into traffic. Magson lofting it high, giving Hama a chance to catch. Ashley.
Rotaro is still going. It's just a little bit of an art. And I have to say speed too.
Nakakamiss yung ano.
High up into the air was Gabe Costa to cut that pass out with the head. Ziggy Taninko goes to ground. This possesses. Okay, Noah Bailey. That's going to be a throw in for Charles Taba III there on the far side in front of hundreds of fans. So Cebu with this free kick in a dangerous area, but keeping numbers in defense. We see 5 players here. Gabe Costa, Charles Davao, Demiroglu, Rosquillo, and Kaja Merul just waiting to defend.
Oo, kapatid ko yan.
Definitely playing a really deep
Nakita ko sa ano.
line when it comes to defensive play.
Hindi, totoo nga. Nakita ko nga sa biography.
De Bruyker to Usman Guy. Usman Guy against 4 red defenders. On the left, Nishioka. He cuts to the middle. Very dangerous. Oh, De Bruyker had a chance to shoot, but he didn't take it. Now, Ashley Flores crosses it in. Rosquillo there with a head. Cut out by none other than Rosquillo. Hama.
Oh,
Hama got a dose of his own medicine. So this is going to be a corner. These corners, Manila Digger, one of the most dangerous teams off corners this season. Here to the 6-yard box. Overhead kick by De Bruyker, finding Mane. Mane to Nishioka. Nishioka.
that's Ziggy.
Sorry, Ziggy Taninko with a snapshot. Same height. And we are obscured by the scaffolding.
I could just tell by the cleats. They'll tell us.
Okay.
The Jimmy Dog's taking his sweet time on this goal kick.
As is his right, he has 6 seconds to release it. It would also be interesting to see, Kiki, if the 6-second rule they're looking to implement internationally will be implemented here.
Yeah.
Where
I hope it is.
if a goalkeeper doesn't release that ball in 6 seconds, he awards a corner
That I don't know about that.
to the opposing team. Togashi cuts across Nishioka, but still gives up the corner.
Looks like the ball's not even in the corner. Kenji has a little bit of a tired leg.
Yes, because he hasn't been able to get it up, the ball up.
Yeah, his past 3 quarters.
And that one, they did get it up. Ugu got it up, but too high up and over everybody. Too high to be useful to anybody. Badalek is going to recover this, retrieve this, but take his time getting back.
Parang nagpiprito lang.
And apart from keeping their goals, keeping balls from going over their goal line, goalkeepers also the masters of time management
Yeah,
on
we
every
are.
team. Oh, Rosquillo
Whoa.
leaping over Modu Mane now. Papu Korsame breaking right. Ebarlen Ugwu. That's going to be a Cebu throw. Papu Korsame leaving it all out on the pitch. for his beloved dynamic Herb Cebu.
Ito, nasa likod, backliner.
No pulled punches on these tackles by either team. Papu Persame over his head. Maxon Dorado very central. Most central I've ever seen him. Charles Davao. The slide tackle missed. Mane to Guy. Guy drag back. Snapshot. No space. Nishioka beautifully brings down that ball. Glue shoe at its best. Guy to Nishioka. Nishioka taken out by Rentaro Hama. Top of the box. Clifford Daipuyat with a whistle. That's going to be a free kick. Dying seconds of regulation in a dangerous area. The overlap by Nishioka. Hama. Very late, very dangerous. Just a foot outside the penalty box.
This is exactly.
We're going to have 7 minutes of added time. 7 minutes for Cebu to hold the lead, or 7 minutes for Manila Digger to score the equalizer. Could it be this possession, this free kick? Kenji Nishioka standing over the ball. Dimiroglu, Rosquillo, Gabe Costa in the giant wall by the Gentle Giants.
Right, giant indeed. Look at that. They're all the same height.
Look at that. Togashi, Costa, Dimiroglu, Rosquillo. Predictions for top right.
I think he's going to try to bend it in top left.
Top left. Well, mid-left.
Mid-left.
June Badelic showing the quality that earned him Golden Gloves for the 2024-25 season. Again, Dimiroglu tried to get to it, but Nishioka, great skill just to get it over the wall and on target.
What a teammate. Tara Hama is being for June Badelic. Even their time was
Well, I haven't seen Rentaro Hama do anything with the ball yet in the minutes he's come in.
definitely more with his body, tackling everyone.
He's done things to the opponent's bodies, and now he's doing something for his teammate's body. Flick on. Again, rushed by Usman Guy.
I'm getting anxious.
Why is that, Kiki? Are you favoring any team?
No, not at all.
Okay. So,
It's just the energy.
but it
everyone's
is
giving.
a nervous energy permeating the air here at the Mall of Asia Sky Pitch. Now Rentaro Hama on the ball on the left side against Ziggy Taninko. He brushes off Ziggy, but Ziggy, well-timed tackle. But this is going to be a Cebu corner. Oh, goal kick. Rentaro Hama's antics not getting anybody's attention there.
eh.
Digger understandably wants to get play resumed as quickly as possible. Dina Barley here at the left, lots of space. Nishioka ahead of him,
Okay kayo, no?
looking for the run. Again, shepherded by who else? None other than Jaime Rosquillo. Who appeals for handball here off the tackle by Rentaro Hama. That was in the box. We don't know if it touched his hand.
I can't see guys. I can't see guys.
From that angle. No, well, that's just from Papa Corsame. Ziggy Taningo charged down by Togashi. Another Manila Digger corner. How many of these corners
Nice.
can Cebu withstand? That ball in the direction of the goal, but wide. But off another Cebuano head. Mike Asong way past the half. But not well. You know, we're getting to those moments where you want to see the goalkeeper in the penalty box. Papa Corsame clears it high. Only as far as Nishioka again. That glue shoe. Raise your jaw. Raise your jaw, Kiki.
I'm always impressed with his touch, not gonna lie.
Our resident goalkeeping expert on all the Japanese players in the PFL. That shot still kept in play, but no. Konekore calling for the referee to blow the whistle, but we've only played 5.5 minutes of 7 minutes.
All the Cebu boys are ready to go celebrate position, but they can't get too excited.
And if the audio is being picked up, because we're right in the middle of the crowd here, so nothing much we can do about it, but really just speaks of the atmosphere, the excitement here at the MOA Sky Pitch. People will point everything out. And what we're pointing out now is that we've got 20 seconds to go in extra time. The rest is referee's discretion. June Badelik to get the ball back in play. Cebu not committing too many players up the pitch. Togashi clearing it up. That ball went out. Hama being told to go down. Go way down. Attack. Crossed. But nobody. Juf now centering the ball again. Gabe Costa. Hama clearing it up. Now Ibarle. Rosquillo clearing it up. Hama and Ibarle battling. Linesman's flag goes up. Foul called. Rentaro Hama goes down. Yellow card shown to Dina Barle. Cebu moments away
Red card na to kasi dalawang beses siya na yellow eh.
from making their itinerary for the AFF Shopee Cup. Yellow card shown to Jacob Liao. Overexcitement on the Cebu bench. And who can blame him? They're not far from claiming the win, the penultimate win of the 2024-2025 Philippines Football League season. We're now about 2 minutes past what added time should be. Offside there for Togashi. Dina Barley, last-ditch effort, but cut out by Kainoa Bailey. Kainoa Bailey tackled by Dylan De Broeker, but only a throw-in, says referee Clifford Daipuyat. Kainoa writhing in pain near the sideline. Whistle could blow any time now, but Clifford Daipuyat still keeps the whistle off his lips. Dylan De Broeker, long ball, looking to find Usman Guy. This ball very close to the side. Poof. That is probably the only misplaced tackle by Jaime Rosquillo this whole game. But it does serve the purpose of stopping the play. Digger coach on the pitch protesting, but also wasting time in favor of Cebu. This gonna be delivered by Nishioka. Digger, almost everyone inside the box. Kenji Nishioka with the delivery. We've now played 100 minutes of football. This ball, dangerous area. June Badelik, smart, swatting it out, but attacks it on. Magson flicked over to the side. Referee still doesn't look like he wants to blow the whistle. Throw in there to Ziggy. Ziggy's all the way in the corner. Corner delivered, blocked. This is going to be a corner kick for Manila Digger. How many more seconds will we be playing? How many more chances
I think this is the last
will
play.
Manila Digger have? And oh my gosh, if it's here on this play that they tie the game.
Oh, Cebu will be very upset. I can't watch.
Glancing header off a Digger head. And that's it. The final whistle blown by Clifford Daipuyat. Dynamic Herb Cebu FC is the winner of the PFL postseason. The winner of the AFF Shopee Cup ticket.
Whoa.
Congratulations to Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. Some action here between, well, it looked to be former Ateneo teammates Jacob Liao and Jordan Jervis. But as most professionals know, once the whistle blows, that's it.
Done.
It's done.
Nothing can be done. Nothing can be.
So congratulations to the Dynamic Herb Cebu FC General Giants. Congratulations to team owner Urtashi and the rest of the Cebu FC organization. Well done. Well done. They might not have finished top or second, earning themselves as an AFC slot, but they fought through the postseason
taking down number 1, Kaya FC Iloilo, and then number 2, Manila Digger.
That
Whoa.
says it all.
Whoa.
And on that note, for my partner this evening, Kiara Fontanilla, this has been Dennis Lucindo on behalf of the Philippines Football League and Matchday Media. Thank you for staying with us late through this Sunday night, enjoying the football of the Philippines Football League. Magandang gabi, bayan.
Ito si Dadat, ayan, ako itang-kita. Saan ba si Rasquillo? Wala, nandun yung Cebu eh.
And before we sign off, it is only fitting that we recognize the man of the match tonight, pulling off a yeoman's job at center back, Jaime Rosquillo of Dynamic Urb Cebu. Congratulations, Jaime. It's not often that a center back is recognized for man of the match, but together with Demiroglu, you kept your opponents from scoring against you in this most crucial of matches.
Lipat na sa gitna. Ito ba Delik? Lilipat na kami tayo. Wala na kay James. James. Tutok mo rin sa akin, James. Wala si James. James ano? Picture mo dyan, James. Ikaw, buka kita. Look.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Olympic ceremony of the Philippines Football League 2024 to 2025 Final Series. To officially begin our ceremony, may we kindly invite the General Secretary of the Philippine Football Federation, Mr. Angelico Mercader, to join us in front for the presentation of tonight's awards. Before we honor our players, let us first acknowledge the tireless dedication and professionalism of our match officials, whose efforts have upheld the integrity and fairness of every match throughout the season. We now invite our final series match officials to go forward and receive their tokens of appreciation. Let's begin with the referee of this match, Mr. Clifford Puyat. The assistant referee one is Mr. Pitchmore Magnola. The assistant referee two is Mr. PaulGanisha. And the fourth official is Mr. Mitchell Pineda.
Binigyan ka? Binigyan ka?
Gives you a round of applause for match officials for this epic final series.
Sino na isa pasok?
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. We begin the next glorious sensation. And we call the praise and the coaching staff of the champion team. Your Cebu FC. We will now call first the players of Cebu FC, led by their team captain number one, Flash Junior. Number 23, Joseph Sandiza. Number 25, Ace Villalba. Number 2, Jacob Leao. Number 3, Rafi Cabo III. Number 4, Camille Ayu. Number 6, Tiger Gaglia. Number 7, Galvo Mayan. Number 8, JB Monman. Number 11, Paul Pavone. Number 12, Ferdinand Pinelli. Number 13, Mario Stashi. Number 14, Jaime Ospino. Number 15, Lorenzo Checo. Number 17, Rio Takashi. Number 18, Rafael Ore. Number 20, Pablo Sayo Jr. Number 20, Pablo Sayo Jr. Number 21, Lito Hara. Number 77, Abu Sri. This is your 34 2024